Hello there, C2 here, and today I'm happy to present you my main mega factory that's located in the Dune Desert. That's where I started. First and foremost, I will say that this video will contain a lot of spoilers. If you're not willing to see that, sorry. This will obviously contain everything that's in the game from one end to the other, so you've been warned. Alright, let's go. As you can see, we are at night, so this kind of looks a little bit gloomy, but I kind of like the aesthetic of night in this game. The first floor here leads to a mess that is called the logistic floor. And here outside we have the blueprint testing, I guess, section. As you can see, I was making roads for the next playthrough. Now let's get into the main lobby. Here we have teleporters that will lead linked me to my nuclear setup, the middle of the map, and a diamond making station that I've made. Here we have the awesome sinker, and as you can see, we are literally a few minutes from buying the golden nut, and to be done with every single achievement in the game. There's a few stations here, and at the entrance we have, oh, also look at, actually let's make this place a bit more swanky. Let's go with, is it blue? Ah, yeah, I like blue. So, at the entrance we have what I call the fuel intake, which is the everything in the game that needs fuel will enter through this and be shipped towards every single drone here. They will get fueled with this. These are outgoing drones, but incoming drones. No, wait, no. These are incoming drones. Sorry, and they refill here, and will essentially drop things that are made remotely, basically plastic, tanks, stuff like that. And then everything is put on the bus. We have basic resources here. It's really blue, maybe a bit dark at night. Let's change that real quick. Sorry about that. Let's go with some good old white, right? Okay. Well, it's not that much. I guess we will make with. So we have more drones here that are receiving stuff like diamonds and nitric acid that's being shipped somewhere else a little bit further down the line. But basically, as you can see, it's a very big factory. I left a lot of space in case I wanted to expand. And honestly, I didn't know how wide things could get. As you can maybe see on the other side there, there's a bunch of things. In the copper lane there's a lot of stuff. Anyway, so intake stuff and basic materials are here at the start. They get put on a system that is 60 belts high. And with this setup, at the very end, we have like the extremely late game stuff, obviously. But damn, was that long to upgrade to Mark 6, I will tell you. The concept is that on each side we take down mats from the bus and put them in the machines that are crafted, and we reintroduce them at the same entrance of that block, so that items on the other side of the bus are able to use them. All of these are made through blueprints. Nothing here was made manually, obviously. It's honestly, it took a while, but I have like a fairly well established list of things that I can make through production. By the way, my next game is going to be mostly only through blueprints from the start. That's going to be fun. And then once we get a little bit into the manufacturer era, I think around phase 3, you can, like, I could do like multiple items in a row here to make things simpler, but at some point manufacturers takes a lot of materials, and from both sides you start having a lot of output. I didn't like that, so I wanted to keep them to one specific item per row. Once we get a little bit deeper here. We get into particle accelerator stuff. I believe in this case it's for diamonds. Diamonds are for the time crystals, which are useful for belts and stuff like that. Extremely important. More particle accelerator here for nuclear pasta, which is needed for space elevator parts, but also useful, and a lot of points. A lot of points for the awesome sink. If this is, I wouldn't blame you if this was your main setup for points late game. Then we have everything here that was needed to export for my nuclear setup. This is all going through here. Then we get to the end of this section, and I gotta say the reason that I put a ceiling made of glass is because of this section. This looks way too good. Quantum encoders have to be one of the best buildings in the game. I think it's the coolest. The whole beam thing is just, it's northern lights that you can enable manually. By the way, pro tip, once you start dealing with dark matter and stuff, it pretty much has to be in the self-contained system like this. At the end here we have my APAs. This is all the summer sleuths I have left, sadly. I have 3 more, but it's just for just-in-time thingies. And I have one here that's boosted, giving me around 140,000. This one APA is giving me 25, basically 25,000 by itself. It's insane. But the cost to keep that one APA alive is insane. If you have never seen this, this is basically the hardest item in the game that is basically dedicated to this machine to create matrices. It's insane, and we have power shards that are made here and are also being exported to an ionized fuel factory. And to be honest, that's pretty much it for the main belt thing. Let me show you the underground, although I'm really not proud of. It's not organized. It's as you can see at the end here, some things get desperate. I need points, so I've flushed everything down the sink at the end. There's a lot of wires going through here, a lot of belts, and you can pretty much figure out what each block is crafting from this. It's oh yes, and my dim depot setup. If you don't have one of these, I suggest you do. Essentially, items that are crafted come from the back. Put them in a storage container. You put a smart splitter that will overflow in the middle, but prioritize your dim depot on top. I loved it. It worked great all game long. It fits in 12, which, if you ask me, is a great height for logistic floor. And yeah, that's pretty much it about this this setup. It honestly, it worked great. I started making these paths to go from one side to the other. Then I figured something out, and thanks to Co Carnage, which gave this great tip, you can just crouch under, like slide under a belt. So I didn't need this in the end. There's a few like holes that are mostly when I'm in the base, I'm using the hover pack, so I can just go from one side to the other by flying. Obviously you can go over the top, stuff like that. And for those that may not have seen it, essentially my map is pretty much like this. We have like a big factory, not factory, refinery fuel gen setup here. I had an aluminum setup here, and the entire nuclear setup here that is basically jam-packed full of stuff right now. Turns out that I matted wrong. I have too much nuclear waste. Funny. I guess it's time for the game to end. And yeah, it can't be seen here, but the factory pretty much ends around here to here. This is honestly the best the best starting point, by the way. Uh, the only thing that's not close is the fuel, which is why I have a turbo fuel factory here from the early game, and there's a lot of fuel here, but literally everything rare is available around here. I strongly advise starting here if you start after seeing this for some reason. And yeah, if you have not seen this, yes, they added teleport uh, mechanisms in the game. Let me show you the nuclear setup real quick. It's a giant platform, and I'm really bad at gauging distances, but this is a setup that uses plutonium as its sending mechanism. I could have added more stuff with fixonium. That is another refinement process of plutonium waste. As you can see, it's still clogged up, but I think it's slowly gonna. Well, this save file will be done after this, so it doesn't exactly matter, but anyway. And to finish this video, in the beautiful sunlight, I don't know, yeah, we can see it. This is the Mega Factory from the outside. It's honestly huge. I don't know. By the way, if you don't know, ionized fuel is kind of insane. You can go extremely far with it. Let me bring you over there really quick. Yeah. So the reason I want to bring you there is I want to show basically the factory from the top. It just looks so good with the glasses and everything. Honestly, it's huge. I understand the term mega factory. It's kind of insane. What you can see, by the way, under here is a full MK5 belt of copper powder, which is essentially I believe 3,600 copper. It's kind of nuts, isn't it? And now we're about to fall to. Am I gonna die? No, I'm not. There you go. And yeah, to finish, let's take a train, I guess. So I was testing the final. Well, I was doing the final achievements for trains. Basically, I have not played with them at all. I never really did, so I used the floor, well, the ceiling of the factory to learn how trains work. They look fun. I'm gonna use them probably next run. Um, and the reason I want to bring you back to the start is we are going to construct the final capstone of this factory, the golden nut. And this is the final achievement in the game. After that, the Satisfactory will be listed as a perfect game on my Steam profile, which I like. And I really wish there was a way to. Yeah, no, I can't. Actually, I feel like I'm. Do I run faster than a train? Probably, to be honest. So, alright, let's head down there. Get our last coupon, which should be here by now. And finish this thing. Whoop. And yeah, it's actually about to get another. And that's 1,000. Therefore, let's visit the awesome shop right here. Go down here to Golden Nut, add to cart, and buy. Poof! Achievement get.
Congratulations, you are now a contributor to a popular pioneer trend. In earlier testing phases of the Save the Day program, pioneers could not get enough of these nuts, to the point of featuring nuts in every single picture they took. This obsession eventually became unhealthy and pioneers were taught the skill of restraint and not holding
Oh my
anything in their
god.
hands.
I can't hold all
Still, to
these
honor the love
nuts.
humanity had for these nuts, a statue was commissioned, so we can honor the impact these nuts had on pioneers across the universe.
Okay. Okay, Ada. Okay. Alright, let's oh, it's so small. I was expecting some form of huge thing. Wait, no, I wanna. Why is it not? Let me. Can I like hologram it up or something? Or do I have to? Okay, I like this orientation, I guess. Or not? Not? Oh my god. Come on, Charles. Come on. Let's finish this properly. Alright. This is the right angle. I think this view. Oh, let me put it. I'm gonna make some Xbox fans happy here. Have some orange green. It looks actually pretty good, to be honest. Like, I like the floodlights. Anyway, this has been C2, and if I'm gonna try and see if I might record my next playthrough. It's very specific. It's gonna be, since I've done every achievement, I really don't care about advanced mode. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unlock all blueprints and flying. I honestly don't super care about the idea of, like, I want to waste as less time as possible and just build stuff. Therefore, I think that's gonna be it for me, and maybe see you in a later video. Goodbye.